Good morning, fifth grade G&T. It's Mrs. Goldsmith. I hope you're all doing well. I miss you. And I know this can be a really hard time for everyone, so I hope you guys are keeping busy. So if you go to your fifth grade G&T, you'll see that I have a Google Hangout scheduled for today at 1:30. If you are not sure how to access that, you go to your email and there will be a link in the email from me that says Mrs. Goldsmith has invited you to a Google Hangout. You're going to click on Join the Hangout on your Chromebook, and it will take you immediately to the video chat. So I hope to see everyone there at 1:30 today. Recap from last week. You should have logged onto Tinkercad, gone through the 7 tutorials that teach you how to use the tools in the program. It looks like about half of you have done that and the other half of you have not. So hopefully everyone has a chance to do that this week. I know you guys are going to be doing a lot of learning from home and you have a lot of work for your other classes. So my due dates for this stuff are really relaxed and spread out. So no one should feel stressed about this, guys, okay? After you do the 7 tutorials, you should do the luggage project. It explains, there's a video in here, guys. Here you go. That explains how to access that. You also should have gotten something in the mail from me. That is a separate project. That is a research project about an architect. And you should be creating a Google slide project about that architect. Those are going to be due next Monday, April 6th. So you have some time to work on those. Don't stress about it. I did get a picture in the mail from someone who did Frank Lloyd Wright, but there was no name on it. So I don't know whose picture it was. You guys will have to help me. If you sent me a picture of Frank Lloyd Wright, please let me know it was you. For this week, you are going to go on to Tinkercad. When you get onto Tinkercad, I would like you to go to not starters, not lessons. I want you to go to projects. When you go to projects, it's going to bring you to these 4 projects. I want you to go to build a Tinkercad house. When you open this project, you're going to see, guys, that it's very similar to the tutorials. So if you found the tutorials easy, excellent. If you struggled with them, this is going to be more practice for you. This just tells us what standards we're using, but I really am more concerned about here, these 3 lessons. Build a Tinkercad house. I started this already, so I'm going to click resume. Yours is going to say start. Going to click here. Now, the Tinkercad work mat is set up exactly like it was in the tutorials and in the luggage tag project. Here is your work plane. Here are your tools. This is your orientation. And here, guys, let me go to reset. Here is the directions. So this left-hand menu is really important because that's going to give you the step-by-step directions that you need to follow the project. So it's always going to be text and a picture. You can advance the slide by either clicking next down here or by clicking here, the front arrow. So it starts explaining to you what you should be visualizing and then what you need to do to make that shape. You're basically replicating whatever they're doing in this left-hand menu side in your work plane. So when I get to slide 3, it tells us how to create the outer shape of the box. It gives you very specific measurements. You need to follow directions. Be as detail-oriented as you can. That means read and follow the directions. What's great is they give you some hints. If you're stuck, you can get a hint, which is great. After you place the first box on the work plane, so obviously, guys, I need to get my box, and it's giving me dimensions, 20 millimeters, 40 millimeters by 20, okay? So I'm going to change the dimensions. So the length, I'm going to take it to 40. Be as exact as I can. Ooh, that's close enough for me. 20, I'm at 20, and I'm at 20. 10 millimeters tall, so height, this is too tall. I have to make it shorter. So you guys see how I'm manipulating these numbers on the sliders? I'm using these to be as detail-oriented as I can to match these numbers, okay? Now, after I get my height down, I'm getting real close, guys, real close. I'm going to go to my next step. Okay, you just follow through the different steps. When you're finished, I want